back and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I really want to talk to you guys about 26 degrees 1 and 26 degrees 2. Okay, so 1, finally my illustrated person that's doing my characters, she has one character left, only one character left, and actually I'm just excited about my characters and how they're actually coming to life on my second book, because when I created the first book, I didn't have a clue as to how I wanted them to look. But now that I've got that on paper and I'm actually looking them in their faces, and I'm actually saying, well, wow, this is Chase, wow, this is Casey, wow, this is Val, so it's really teaching me a lot on what I want my second book to be, and how I want it to how I want my characters to come to life. So the first book, I think I got it narrowed down. Don't quote me. I shouldn't put it out there just yet, but I want to rest assured that because a lot of people has been asking me about 26 Degrees Part 1, and it's really fun, and knowing that I have so many fans out there that's waiting for 26 Degrees Part 1, and I want to give it to you guys, and I wanted you guys to see all of my characters, and I'm going to be doing a book trailer on my characters, like I said, Part 1 is already in the publishing company's hands, so I'm just waiting on that one character to be created, and I am done with Part 1. Part 2, I'm actually on the 10th chapter. Can you believe it? I can't. And I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun doing this, and I've created new characters because I have some old characters in Part 1 that got killed off. Not only that, someone went to prison, so I had to create the bad guys, and I still got the same heroes as far as Val, Miller, Chase, and Casey, and I've had quite a few. Oh, and then Michelle was brought in on the first book towards kind of like the end of the first book. But she's really glued into Part 2. She's actually the ass-kicking chick in Part 2. And you're really going to get a full load of Part 2. I think that Part 2 is more laid back, more mellow, but yet a lot of action in it, because I hate a boring book, guys. I hate a boring book. So I still have the action part, because I'm an action female. I love the action. So I made sure that it has ass-kicking action in it, but it was still laid back. I think that Part 1 was more revved up and a lot more action and a lot of less storylines, but yet I have those both in Part 2, because now I know how the characters look, so it made me more into it, more in depth into it, and wanting to give you guys the ass-kicking part of 26 Degrees, which I think that Part 1 should be out no later than May, and then right behind it 26 Degrees Part 2 should be like 3 months behind it. And then not only that, I also have another book on how my secrets to how I lost 207 pounds, and I never said anything about that third book, because of that third book is not meant to be on this channel, but yet it's a book. And because I have a second channel on my weight journey, which means that I often mention it on that channel and not this channel. But since it's pretty much a book that I created, I'm also going to mention it on both my channels. So I'm going to mention it on this channel and the other weight loss channel. So the my secrets to 207-pound weight loss is all the tools that I did to lose the 207 pounds, guys. I also gave you guys the things I tried that didn't work, and I've also given you guys things that I tried that did work. everyone's body is different. So read it, take it into consideration, try it. If it don't work, keep pushing, keep moving, get that weight off of you. Okay, that's for the next channel. But yet, 26 Degrees Part 2, I'm having so much fun doing it, and it really got me into more of a control of when to let loose on some things, because I'm still learning. I'm still like in the learning phase on becoming an author, and this journey has been so fun, so much fun. I've learned don't always end your chapters with explosions. So each of the chapters in Part 2 has been left off with an explosion, and there's some things that you're learning about some of the characters on Part 2 that you did not know in Part 1. And so it's really going to take this second book into a new depth on, hopefully that this second book would be more of explosion than the first book. So that's what's been going on with me. I've been doing that. I've been doing 2 books at one time. You know, I dedicate 2 days to one book, and then I dedicate another 2 days to another book, and sometimes I switch it off one day of each, because sometimes I get kind of like lame, kind of tired, and I don't want to slack off on 26 Degrees Part 2, because I want to give you guys the best of what I got on 26 Degrees Part 2. So, and the reason why I'm just so hyped and so into it, because I was actually on it today. I was on it today, and how I left off on chapter 8 going into chapter 9, I think that you guys is going to like be glued to it, because some things comes out on some of the characters that the characters did not even know. So you're going to be learning just as well as I'm learning the characters, because now when I write, when I go into 26 Degrees and I start writing about that book, I'm actually looking at the character as I write it, you know, and it's pretty amazing. It's like, wow, you know, this is the character that I'm writing about. You know, this person has to actually come to life. I'm actually looking at this character, you know, because I built this character up on Part 1. So now that I built this character on Part 1, I'm building it even more on Part 2. So, do I think a Part 3 is going to come out? I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I think I'm going to take a break from it, because one of the characters of a Part 2 is going to do a spin-off, but yet there are no characters in Part 1 or 2 is going to be in the spin-off from 1 and 2. They're not going to be in that book. It's going to be total whole new characters that are none in the first part and second part of 26 Degrees. Just that one character. And I might do a sweepstakes on hoping you guys can guess on who the character is. And I might do that at the end when I actually put the book in the publisher's hand. I think I'm gonna do a sweepstakes and maybe give out a prize, but there's stipulations on that prize. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. 26 Degrees 1 and 26 Degrees 2, I think they're both gonna be coming out next year. Matter of fact, I know Part 1 is gonna be coming out next year, and Part 2 ain't gonna be far behind it. And maybe it worked out like that. Who knows? You know how God does things in mysterious ways, like they always say. I'm a firm believer in that, and I want to really get you guys wound up on looking forward to reading these books. I know a lot of people have been asking me about it, so I really want to give you guys what you want. So I think that ends it on this note, because this is right now, I know I've been missing the action because I've just been pretty keyed and pretty wound up and pretty glued to what I've been doing. But yeah, I need to still stay focused on my YouTube channel. And I want to send thanks to my new subscribers. Oh my God, I have so many of them. I have so many of these new subscribers. I can't believe that I had 300 new subscribers. It's killing me. I want to thank you guys for following me, being my fans, questioning me, giving me good feedback. And I just want to say I'm very humble. So on this note, guys, I want to thank you. Stay safe. God bless, and see you soon.